This is a summation, or these are my thoughts on um, Robert Farris Thompson's article and aesthetic of the cool after finishing reading it. How did he know so much about African rituals, African societies? How did he know so much? As far as I know, he was born in Texas, born and raised in Texas, so a white boy in Texas who had come to know so well African history, African practices. How many years did he live in or travel? Well, yeah, how many years did he live in Africa? How many how many times had he been to Suriname? He mentions Suriname in an aesthetic of the cool. He mentions Ghana, um, Nigeria, of course, when he speaks of Yoruba land. How did he come to know so well his subject? Did he read often to develop this knowledge? It wasn't he. I imagine Robert Farris Thompson was a unique individual. What he voiced in his scholarship seems to be an opinion of Africa that is more favorable than his predecessors. I gather, or rather, my impression, given uh, my impression is created from watching the YouTube videos of Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, Dr. Ben, uh, Sheikh Amtijop, and those videos, many of which were produced in the 1980s. Um, I'm able to watch them because of TAP. There's a Transatlantic Productions. I forgot the name of the YouTube channel, but it's TAP, TAP or TAPP. I'm sorry. I'm sitting at the computer. I can check this, but I want to keep the flow of what I'm saying. Uh, let's see. Africa. I can't find it. Okay, so back to my thought. Um, I've watched these videos, and these men, Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, Dr. Ben, um, and Sheikh Anta Job, and the like. There's one other I believe I'm missing. Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, Dr. Ben. Ah, Professor Dr. John Henrik Clark, of course. Oh my gosh, how could I have missed him? They were all speaking to in the 1980s, perhaps the 70s as well, but in the 1980s, the videos that I watched, they were very much against the whitewashing of African history, or rather um, the declared importance of the European contributions to human history over the African history. So it's very Eurocentric perspective over an Afrocentric perspective. But you have, and so Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Ben, Sheikh Anta Job, and the like, John G. Jackson, I believe, as well, and so many others. Um, they were fighting against this notion that whiteness was right in academia, because the white academicians were saying Africans are primitive, backwards, European is forward, progressive, etc. But you have a white man in Robert Farris Thompson who says the African is the African influence is, he said, omniscient. The African presence is refined. The African presence, the African Africanity is, supreme, superior. Whereas these other scholars were trying to say that European is superior. So Robert Farris Thompson is a unique person, unique scholar in my mind, because I don't know of any other scholars who are white and have said the same thing. But then it does come to mind. Who was it? Gerald Massey. I think Gerald Massey was a white scholar who produced a work um, that was very much in line with the politics of a Robert Farris Thompson. And then the author of Anacalypsis, or I forgot his name. I'm sitting in front of the computer. I can search these things up, but I should have known what I was going to say before I started recording. But these are my extemporaneous thoughts after completing the recording of An Aesthetic of the Cool. It took me several days. I read uh, as much of it as I could in one sitting, but it's taken me about 3, possibly 4 days to record it. It's only about 7 pages, and if you remove the pictures here, it's probably a 4 or 5 page paper written. But yeah, how did he know so much? He speaks so well about so many aspects, so with such detail. He's talking about the rituals as if he had observed them, as if not only had he observed the rituals, but that he had studied them. He'd studied them, or rather, he had sort of a Sherpa alongside him who could explain to him, this is what you're witnessing, this is what they're doing, this is the significance of each action. Because how could a white man who is attending an African ceremony of divination, how could he arrive at the conclusions that he did? He has to be a remarkable man, for one, but he also needed an inner vision. He needed to have an insight into, hey, this is what we're doing. This is how it is done. This is what it is. How did he do that? Through interviewing the chiefs, the spiritual leaders, the participants? Or did he have a Sherpa who could explain to him? Did he read other texts to gain his knowledge and insight? Did he study the are there other texts written that explain the ceremonies? And then did he witness the ceremonies firsthand? And so taken together, he had greater insight, or he had greater understanding of what he was witnessing? Because this is just like really, really deep knowledge. It's amazing. It's quite amazing. Yeah. One man understood so much about a culture, about people who were very dissimilar, seemingly dissimilar to him. I mean, humans are humans, right? So the fact that this young white boy from Texas could understand the Africans so well, doesn't that highlight his humanity and say, man, this guy got it. He understood very well because he was in tune with his humanity. I don't know. I really don't. Peace and blessings from IC109. Those are my final thoughts on the article, An Aesthetic of the Cool by Robert Farris Thompson.
You're at 109 right now.